Las Vegas, here's our host, Allison Hannigan.
Welcome to Fool Us. I don't think anyone's ever compared Las Vegas to Camelot, but every year magicians make the pilgrimage here to try and pull off the holy grail of magic, to do a trick good enough to fool true magic royalty. Our very own King Arthur and Merlin, Penn and Teller. Don't forget, anyone who fools Penn and Teller gets the prestigious Fool Us trophy and a trip back to Vegas to perform with Penn and Teller. Here's our first potential fooler.
The main reason I do magic is simply for the reactions. I have a TV show called Tricked. It's a hidden camera show where people don't know I'm actually a magician.
Chicken salad?
Yeah.
So for example, I could be like a clerk at a sandwich shop and somebody would order like a chicken sub and a live chicken comes out.
Are you kidding me?
Just,
This is the coolest thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life.
I like to melt people's brains. A whole brain trust of magicians actually helped me create the trick you're gonna see tonight. A squad of illusionists specifically to fool Penn and Teller. So watch out, we're coming for it. If I do stump them, I wanna do it in a way that'll make them respect me. No red herrings, no weird moves to make him think something else. I wanna be an honorable fool.
Please welcome the manic magic of Eric Leclerc.
What's up, everybody? Woo! Look, Mom, I made it to Vegas! This is for all the other moms and some dads. You know, when I heard I was gonna be on Penn and Teller Fool Us, I nearly shipped myself because it's cheaper than plane tickets. No, ship myself, like in the box, shipping in the box. I realize that is a dad joke. I'm allowed one, even though I don't have kids. Wow, big win! That gets applause? I'm into it, I'm into it! Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, our experiment today is gonna require the use of an assistant, and who do we have here?
Fabian.
Fabian, everybody! Fabian, think of this. 1 in 52. Those are the odds that most magicians use to prove their magical powers. Somebody picks a card, they put it back in the deck after signing it. Amongst 51 other possibilities, the magician always finds the card. Pretty amazing. Pretty good odds.
Yes, sir.
But not good enough for Penn and Teller Fool Us. Today, my odds of success aren't going to be 1 in 52, but rather 1 in 26,497 styrofoam packing peanuts. 472, there's just a lot. There's a lot of packing peanuts. Your honors, may I approach the bench?
Oh, this is great.
Oh, before I do, nobody has a peanut allergy?
I do not.
Teller, I'd like you to please go ahead, pick a peanut, any peanut. That's great. And with this pen, I'd like you to write your favorite amendment from the Bill of Rights on the peanut. Just initial both sides is fine. Thank you. While they do that, Fabian, you and I are going to mix this box. We're gonna lift it in the air. We shake it like this. You can go like this too, like that. Great. Place it down. Thank you very much. You can have a seat. Teller, how is that packing peanut going? Perfect. I don't want to touch it with my hands. It is now time to reunite our poor, lone packing peanut with its friends and family. Bye, little buddy. All right, Fabian, here's the fun part. Let's mix this box up. Go ahead, you can close your flap. That's great. How about now, Fabian? You're having fun?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot now. That's great. Okay, so take your right hand, place it on top, just like this. We're gonna lift the box up, and now's their time to shine. Go ahead, shake it, Fabian. Shake it like your mama gave you. Come on, put your back into it. Like this, Fabian. Put your back into it. Your back into like this. Upside down, upside down. Yeah. Thank you very much. Fabian, behind you, you will find rollers with industrial strength glue. I'd like you to go ahead and dip the rollers into the glue. Perfect. Here's the fun part. You're going to douse me in that glue. Let me show you how. Looks like this. Fabian, can you do my back? Just rub it in like sunscreen, Fabian. Yeah, you get in there. You get in there. All the nooks and crannies, buddy. Needless to say, my parents are very proud of my life choices. All right, Fabian, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna blindfold myself and jump in that box. Ugh. Fabian, for right now, you can go and have a seat. When I jump in the box, the audience will join you in a nice countdown from 20 to 1. You're gonna start it for them. Everybody, Fabian. Here we go.
19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice to air meet you. This is a messy act to practice.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have people here to clean this up. It's
No,
not
I
my-
know, but at your house,
Yeah.
like, do you practice at your house
I
with
did
all these
practice
peanuts?
this. It was a big mess. Worth it though.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's see if the boys went nuts trying to solve your trick. Boys?
What a great routine.
Thank you.
You know, we've been trying for 30 years to come up with a really good needle in a haystack routine, and using a little bit, although not as well as you did, a little bit of that premise, needle in a haystack,
Right.
finding something impossible.
Yes.
It's really, really good. And it's
Thank you.
also great to see someone who really understands what this show is about.
Thanks so
The
much. That
show
means a
is
lot.
called Fool Us. But the real reason for this show is for people to come on and do fabulous, original magic. And be funny and entertaining every step of the way. I have to ask you a question. Teller thought you had some sort of container, we're not going to describe it exactly, but some sort of jar or something that you carefully placed the hero in, and I thought I remembered it actually fluttering down. But did you place it in, was it carefully placed?
It was let go at about right here. Just.
Okay, well, like I said, Eric, the important part of the show is to do a really entertaining, wonderful piece of innovative magic that the whole audience loves. And the part of the show that doesn't matter nearly as much is the fact that you fooled us.
Yeah! Can I shake your hand? Thank you.
trick in the book, but looks like they skipped a page. We'll let them study up during the break. Stay close. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you missed Penn and Teller getting fooled. Maybe you can see it happen again with our next act.
I started doing magic to get girls. As a teenager, I was bedeviled by insecurity. And I wondered what would make the opposite sex admire me. Then a friend of mine made a toothpick disappear, and it totally freaked me out. And he showed me the method, and it seemed doable. Playing around with illusions changed me. To perform takes confidence, so I had to find some inside me. I tried out for Fool Us because I met a famous magician, and he told me that I wasn't good enough to be on the show. So I worked hard on an original illusion, and amazingly, I'm here. I'm still terribly afraid at times. I constantly move between joy and self-doubt. Which will win out? I guess we're about to see. Tonight, on Fool Us, I will hurl myself into the abyss. And hopefully my magic will catch me.
Here with a randomly pre-selected host of the show is Dev Sherman.
I feel like I'm standing in a dream. An absolutely incredible dream. I can't believe that I get to show a magic trick in front of two of the greatest magicians alive. I can't believe it. Thank you. I never thought that I was actually good enough to be here. Never. Never.
That's because you're not good enough. You're just an ordinary magician. Look at your suit. There's a stain on your pocket square.
Sorry about that. That's the voice of my inner critic. He gets really annoying and loud, and especially when I'm about to do magic, right? And sometimes, hold on. If I just do that. No more stain. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I can't keep him quiet. So what I do is I draw. I draw symbols that have a magical effect on me, right? First I draw waves. Let me show you what I draw. First I draw waves. Can you see that? Yeah, perfect. Waves because they remind me to breathe, right? Like they rise and fall, they remind me to breathe in. And breathe out. That's fine. It calms me down, right? And then we draw a fish hook. Fish hook. A fish hook signifies strength and determination. So every time I draw it, I feel stronger and more determined. And then finally, I draw the lotus. The lotus signifies purity. Purity because it grows in these dark, dirty, muddy conditions, but it blooms into this beautiful flower. So it makes me feel like, even though my inner critic is clearly not very nice to me, I can still do beautiful magic. Like this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and one of them has symbols on them. But if I wave, they spread to 2 cards. If I wave again, on their own 3. And one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every card. 1, 2, 3.
That's not beautiful magic. It's only 4 cards.
Let's do more then. Let's do more. Why not, right? If not 4, then more. All right, all it takes, all I have to do is spread. Take one of these, do a fancy thing, and wave. Do you want to wave as well? Very magical. Nice, good job. All right, everybody, breathe in. Let's try one more thing. Can you make a cup with your hands? See, if I give the symbols, it doesn't work every time, but if I give the symbols a rub, they come off. Give them a shake. Shake them in your hands. Shake them. Yeah, nice. Good shaking. Well done. All right. So you've got the symbols in your hand, and I have a few more cards without any symbols on them. All right. Have a look and just name any one of these.
5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds? Perfect. All right. Think about the fishhook. Right? With strength and determination, throw the symbols onto the 5 of diamonds. 1, 2, 3. Only one card. Only one card has the symbols on them. And you named a specific card. Or was it the 5 of diamonds? And you just named it, right?
Just named it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 5 of...
I told you you couldn't do it. You don't belong here.
5 of diamonds. 5 of diamonds.
Deb Sherman, ladies and gentlemen! I don't think you should ever listen to that voice again.
Okay, thank you.
I was really touched by how excited you are to perform in front of Penn and Teller.
Yeah, I didn't even ever imagine I'd be here. My God, I can't believe it. So, I still can't believe it.
So what is your favorite performance ever, besides this one?
Oh, okay. When I was in university, I went to Nepal with a bunch of other students, and I started showing magic to like a few kids over there, and they loved it. And I couldn't speak a word of theirs, and they could speak a word of my language, and yet everyone loved it. Everyone reacted. It was a really special performance.
Oh, I can only imagine. All right, it's time to find out if Penn and Teller know how you did your trick.
All right, great.
Hey, Dev.
Hi.
Boy, really nice. You did that thing we love in magic where you do 3 sections that look like they're the same subject, same plot, same ideas, but totally different methods. And that's always a really good way to fool.
Yeah.
And there's I think you are familiar with our good friends, Count Elmsley.
Oh, yeah,
I think you've heard of him. And Senor Scanio, I think you've also...
Yeah, I know him as well.
You probably, 2 of our friends you've bumped into now and again.
Lovely people.
And there was a symmetry to your act and the way things were laid out that was really beautiful, the way that comes back in. And the idea of the inner critic was very good. You're very rough on yourself with the inner critic, but then it was a smooth performance all the way through.
Thank you.
Really, really, really nice, and a really nice idea. And we hope in all of that we gave you enough slid in there. I don't want to give away too. Oh, good.
Totally,
good.
absolutely.
Okay,
Got it.
so you didn't fool them.
Nah, I didn't fool them.
Oh, well, thank you so
thank you.
much,
Thank you very
Deb
much.
Sherman. Up next, Penn and Teller take on more magic tricks. And later, Penn and Teller perform one of their very own. Stick around. Welcome back. It's time for another amazing magician. Take a look.
Magic and the movies, they've always gone together for me. When I was 8, I started directing myself in videos of magic tricks. So when social media came to China, my internet magic show became a big hit. I applied to American Film Institute. For my application, I performed an illusion about magic and movies. I got in. These Hollywood people, they were blown away by magic, just like you and me. So now I'm making my live show more like a movie, with cool visuals, storytelling elements, and plot twists. Every single magic trick has a structure based on surprise. I graduated from AFI this year, but after that, I've decided my career will be in magic. So for us, it's very important. Tonight is the start of a new life for me.
Please welcome Conan Leo.
Hello, guys. My name is Conan Liu, and I'm from China. Growing up, my dad always tells me, a cup of tea a day keeps the doctor away. Chinese tea is very good for health because it originated from the natural tea leaves. But modern people will also make them a tea bag, which is convenient and portable. Alison, do you want to check it out?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alison. Hello, Alison.
Hi.
Give it a touch. Yeah.
the-
It feels like real tea bag, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna go back to it later. I'm gonna place it right here. You know what, Allison? To make a cup of tea, we'll need a container, which is a teapot.
Oh.
Clear and clean. Can you do me a favor, Allison?
Yes.
Show your right hand like this and hold it like this.
Okay.
Firmly and don't move. And you know what? We will also need some purified drinking water.
Oh.
And just be careful. I'm gonna pour the water into the teapot like this.
Okay.
And, all right, let's give it a try. Can you tilt it a little bit? Yeah? Okay, it's water, right?
Yes.
It's water, okay. Tastes good. And check this out, the tea bag. Watch.
Whoa.
Also, you know what? I'll take this for you. This is for you. It looks like tea. You can smell it. Does it smell like tea?
Yes.
It smells like tea. You can take a sip. Is it tea?
Yes,
It
it's
is
good
tea,
tea.
ladies and gentlemen. Allison.
That's amazing.
Thank you. But that's just a gift for Allison. I still have a gift for everybody here, including Penn Teller, my heroes. You know what? Tonight, I'm gonna show you the real essence of Chinese tea culture with this branch of tea leaves. Check this out. Follow me. I'm gonna place this branch of tea leaves onto the table like this. As you can see, there's nothing above, nothing beneath, nothing anywhere. Check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be where the real magic happens. Watch. Go! Ladies and gentlemen, meet my new friend, the tea girl, Nikki!
Conan Leo.
Wow.
That was wonderful.
Thank you.
And really good tea.
Thank you.
So tell me about this trick.
We have been working on this for the last 3 months.
That
It's-
seems short.
It's very hard, but the good thing is that I have done a lot of TV shows in China, and that's a kind of advantage for me. But this is my first time to appear on the US television.
Oh, welcome to Fool Us.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. And you do a lot of magic on social media.
Yeah, I did a lot. You have to get your audience from social media, not just from TV.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to start following you.
Hey.
Okay, let's find out if you fooled Penn and Teller.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Conan, that was just beautiful. Just beautiful. Really, really great and simple and stark and did not look at all magic proppy. To people at home, probably the appearance of the person at the end was the mind blower. And that was beautiful and perfect and wonderful, but didn't fool us that deeply.
Yep.
It's that teapot. Man, turning that into tea was incredible. Not that big a deal if Allison couldn't smell it and drink it and taste it. A lot of poisonous ways to do that. Which
Now
we
you tell me.
Right. And I'll tell you on this one, it's another one of those situations where it's a two-person act. And I was convinced that it was somehow a gimmick teapot. I did not know how, but I thought you'd done something with the teapot. And Teller is the one that was steadfast in saying that the teapot was completely innocent. And I will tell you, because I want to give away as little as possible, that in comedy, timing, they say, is everything. In magic, and especially in this trick, timing really was everything. Timing is your misdirection, timing is your surprise, timing is everything. And you had that timing with just like a snap of a finger. It was just amazing and perfect. And if you just know what I'm talking about on the timing, maybe we're okay. We think we've got it.
I think I may need more details.
Okay, why don't we go to the judges? They are in Allison's ear.
All right. They know how all the tricks are done.
Okay.
And they know everything that Penn and Teller say.
Uh-huh.
And they're telling me that you did not fool Penn and Teller.
That's my great pleasure.
But you were so wonderful. Conan Leo! Thank you. Penn and Teller will attempt to figure out another trick before performing one of their own. All coming up after this. Welcome back. Let's meet our next potential fooler.
I'm Ruben Vilagran, and I come from Spain. I live in Europe. My audience speak many languages because they came from many different countries. Myself, I speak English, French, and Spanish. But when you do a gag in English, the French people, they were like, I don't get it. And then the Spanish people were like, I don't want to use words because it breaks the rhythm of my show. So I start to mime my magic, and everybody can understand at the same time. By doing mime, my magic became really powerful, and I can perform all over the world in any language. Ow. For 10 years performing this trick, I fool every magician. But will I fool Penn and Teller? Who knows?
Please welcome Spanish sorcerer Ruben Villagrand. trick sort of like this, is that extra pressure on you?
It is because he's performing this trick before I was born.
Oh. Oh. So did this trick take a long time to prepare?
Actually, yeah, it took me a couple of years to create because the technique is totally new.
So it's new, then maybe you will fool them. Oh. All right, shall we see if Penn and Teller swallowed the hook?
That was great. That was great, man. You know, as you know, a lot of great magicians have done the East Indian trick of swallowing needles. Some of the greatest magicians in history, of course, Harry Houdini. And then if we want to build above Harry Houdini, Teller swallow the needles. But fish hooks is a really good idea. It also seems like you can't do the move with those that you did. It really, the way the geometry works makes it much more deceptive with fish hooks. Not more deceptive than you, of course, I wouldn't say that, but more deceptive than other people doing the needles. That was great. So we know how the needles is done, and we can map that onto the fish hooks. Now, this is part of this thing where the show gets rather esoteric, because what we care about is not what everybody else watching this show will care about. They care about, whoa, Ruben swallowed fish hooks, swallowed thread, brought the fish hooks up on the thread. Wow, that was something. And of course, that is something, but our problem is all with the thread. We thought swallowing the thread was the really hard part. There's a part there with the thread that does not fit in the way that we knew this is done normally. That was the part that blew our minds. And that made us think, what do you need to go fishing? Well, you need very unfashionable pants, and you need boots, and then you need a rod and a reel. You need all those things to go fishing. And as soon as we thought about this with the fish hooks and fishing, we thought we might have a slight inkling as to how you did the part of the trick that blew our minds, which was how you took it right onto that reel of thread, the spool of thread.
Yep.
Well, I guess you didn't fool them, but you certainly entertained them.
Thank you.
Ruben Villagran. Don't go anywhere, because if you do, you'll miss something spectacular. More Fool Us in a moment. We've got something very special for you up next. This magician normally performs as part of a magic duo, but tonight he thought it would be fun to surprise his partner by performing alone. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Penn Teller!
Me? Well, I do happen to have a deck of cards. I happen to have a deck of cards. I guess I could give it a try for you, just kind of one-on-one. Would you like that? Why don't you come up here and have a sit down right here, would you please? And have yourself a seat right there. I have a deck of cards right here, and I'm going to do a couple things. This shuffle is for the people at home, and this cut is for the people at home. But what I'd like you to do is now very carefully, follow the directions very carefully, just give those cards a cut wherever you want and then complete the cut. And then complete the cut. Now here's what I'm gonna do, it's a little procedural on this, okay? I'm gonna take the cards that you just cut, and I'm gonna turn my back, and I really won't look at anything. I'll spread them out like this, and then just take one card, look at it yourself, don't show it to anyone, memorize it, put it in your vest pocket, the left vest pocket, and then gather them up again nice and cleanly and give them one cut and complete the cut. And when you've done that, give me a couple knocks there. Oh, good, good, good. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your jacket off, please, take your jacket off, and then you're gonna lay that jacket right over my hands here, this way. It's just like that. Now, I'll tell you the premise of this trick right now, okay? The premise of this trick is based on exaggeration. You know that I exaggerate an awful lot. I exaggerate more than anybody in the world. So I'm kind of rounding up our experiences on this show because you are the brains of the outfit. As a matter of fact, with everything we do, you're always right. And that means, therefore, I am always wrong. So I'm telling you right up front, Teller, I'm going to tell you right to your face, this trick will go wrong. It really will. It's going to go wrong. It's not going to go well. But so perfectly wrong that I might fool you. Now, you've got one card. It's either black or red. There's no magic in that. And I'm going to take and show you one card. Now, if you were doing this, the card that I showed you would match the color of the card you have. But I do everything wrong. So when I pull this card out and show it to you like this, and I see that that's a black card, that means, because I'm always wrong, that you picked a red card. Is that right? You picked a red card. So that is the wrong color. And this is the wrong suit. So I know it's a heart or a diamond. Now, you would pull out the suit that matched yours. But I don't do that. I do everything wrong. So that's a heart, which means you have picked a diamond. Now, to see if it's a face card or a number card, I do this. And that shows me that it is a number card because that's a face card because I'm doing everything wrong, Teller. Everything wrong. Now, this one tells me if it's odd or even. And I see that that's even, so I know that your card is odd. Is that correct? And I know it's not any of these odd cards, ace, 3, 5, 9. So you have picked the 7 of diamonds. Is that correct? Pick the 7 of diamonds. Pull out the 7 of diamonds and show it to the audience. Show it to the audience triumphantly. The 7 of diamonds. Now, you're going to go over there and you're going to sit down. You're going to do this alone. It's just me versus you, one-on-one. Mano a mano, Penn versus Teller. But you need a mouthpiece. You need someone to speak for you. So we are going to have a mutual friend of ours, Piff, the magic dragon, a friend of us all. Now, Piff will sit in my seat, and Piff will do the talking for you. Good luck.
Penn Gillette, everyone! Oh, that was very impressive.
Well, thank you.
How long have you been doing magic?
I've been doing magic for about 45 years.
Okay, all right. So
since I
still
met
relatively new.
Yeah.
This is such a surprise for Teller. Did you see his
Teller
face?
had no idea.
No clue.
Teller just thought we were doing an extra fooler.
So technically, you've already fooled him.
If nothing else, I think we may not have fooled him, but we certainly surprised him.
Definitely. I think if you don't get the trophy, you at least deserve a plaque.
I deserve some sort of plaque.
Yeah. Are you ready already?
We are ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Let's go to Piff and see if Teller knows how you did your trick.
All right. Well, Teller has given it his best shot, and he says that Penn has completely fooled him. So.
Well, thank you so much. Let's bring down the.
I feel like that's not what happened.
Is that not correct? I think I might have misunderstood. Hang on a second. Can you just run that by me one more time? Just whisper. Just one more time. He says, fool me once, shame on you. That's it, just shame on you. So. Teller also said to me that Piff and Teller has a much stronger ring to it.
But if nothing else, Teller, I did surprise you, didn't I?
He says no, he knew it all along.
Piff, thank you so much, and thank you for being in my corner, but I believe that we have to do this very specially, just one-on-one. Teller, come up here. We'll have a little discussion right here in front of everybody. Okay, what do you got? Teller knew nothing about this till we did this. It really was a complete surprise. We pretended we were just shooting a regular fooler, and there's no precedent for this. And Teller thinks that I half-fooled him, and maybe we bring down the trophy and split it in half. What do you think? We bring down the trophy? We bring down half the trophy. to share that trophy together.
We all just witnessed Penn versus Teller. Penn even found a way to earn a Fuller trophy on his own show. Come back next week for the reunion of Penn and Teller and more amazing magic. We'll